Here's a story at skilledsurvival.com entitled How to Disappear Completely, The Great Vanishing Act by Will Brenza. Mr. Brenza begins, I'm not here to question the reasons why you want to disappear. I'm sure your interest in disappearing is complicated and very personal. Maybe you are a curious surfer casually perusing the Skilled Survival site. Maybe you owe the mob a fortune in money that you do not have, and they'll break your legs and feed you to the sharks. Or perhaps you're prepared to do something so dastardly, so sinister, that you'll need to vanish from the face of the earth. Whatever the motivation, be it for good or evil, the following is a guide to disappearing entirely. It says here, start reading with first off. So let's do that. First off, start distancing yourself from others. You need to start cutting ties to your old life slowly. This means seeing friends and family less and less over time. Continue this process slowly until you don't see each other at all. They won't have any reason to expect to hear from you at that point. This process will require you to lie a lot. Get used to it. Making excuses and weaseling out of family plans will seem like child's play once you start lying about your character. This venture requires you to constantly fib, deflect, and mislead for the rest of your life, until the lie becomes your new reality. The lie becomes your new truth. And you can get back to the truth again. You're not ready to disappear if you are not prepared for that. Start withdrawing all your money. Your days of Visa, PayPal, and Venmo are over. You are now a cash or crypto-only person and must get all your money out of the banks. Become unbanked or convert everything to crypto. Do this slowly so as not to raise eyebrows. Over several months, convert your fiat to crypto and withdraw varying amounts of cash from all accounts under your name. Do this until they're all completely drained. When done, you should have a fat stack of crypto on a hardware wallet and cash tucked away in a diversion safe or your closet or a crawl space. Having no money to your name makes the disappearing process much more challenging. So if you're truly broke, start saving now. You want to save as much money as possible between now and vanishing day. Kill your social media accounts. Deleting these accounts will not truly erase your information. They have databases of your past info that authorities can obtain. However, it's still a smart way to start detaching yourself from the information grid. Say goodbye to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tinder, and even email. It's wise to delete everything. Once again, do this slowly, otherwise people will notice later. They'll notice later. Provide an excuse to your closest friends like, I'm addicted and I need a break, or I just don't have the time or the energy to keep up with it anymore. The excuse does not even need to be that good, as long as you have an excuse. If you have any pets, you will probably need to take them to a shelter or allow a friend or neighbor to adopt them under some other pretext. Pets cannot come with you on your disappearing adventure. They will raise your attention and make you more recognizable. However much you love your animals, they've got to go. And it is more humane to put them up for adoption or give them away than it is to abandon them entirely. It is one of the many harsh realities of the Great Vanishing Act. Quit your job or request time off. A lot of time. Before your big breakaway, you'll need time to make last-minute preparations. You'll also want a head start before anybody begins questioning your absence. If you do not quit ahead of time, your current employer will be the first to notice you are missing. So make certain your employer thinks you quit or you are on a nice, long, much-needed vacation. Be as thorough as possible. Try to avoid a lease on your residence if you rent, so landlords don't come looking. Or start paying a couple months in advance to buy time when you do leave. You want to do this well ahead of time to get them used to you paying several months at a time. Tell your neighbors you'll be on vacation for a while, and perhaps even give them a false lead as to where. Tap any and all loose ends you can think of to give yourself more time to travel and escape before the search is on for you. If anybody cares. That would be sad if nobody cared. The short game, how to disappear. Here it is. There's the emergency plan. Get every school ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, and bank statement. Collect anything with your name and definitely your picture, all in one place. There are different theories as to what you should do with these documents once they're collected. Some sources say you should keep them. Some say you should get rid of them. Whatever you choose to do with your IDs and personal documents is up to you, but once again, be thorough. Don't leave anything behind. Whether you take it all with you or burn it in a bonfire, leave no trace. Destroy your pictures and avoid new ones. It sounds drastic, but photographs of you will be your own worst enemy. As they were for the previous guy. Family members may start going door to door and store to store, carrying a recent photo of you from the life you are trying to flee. The process of eliminating photos and avoid getting your picture taken also makes it clear to family and authorities that you want to disappear. That this was a conscious decision. You were not murdered or kidnapped. You chose to vanish. It may seem counterintuitive, but trust me, it will work in your favor. If the cops think you disappeared from some malicious or accidental incident, they will search harder. If they get the sense that you left on purpose and went great lengths to plan it, they won't search as hard. Cancel your mobile phone plan. It's of no use to you now. You are more like a fugitive and less like a social participant. However, if you really need one, buy a cheap burner phone. It says like this one, under an assumed name. Well, pay cash. I'm sure you can still pay cash for a burner phone. One can only hope. Like this one. Here's their example of the burner phone they want you to buy. Yeah, I have one of those pieces of crap. I tried to use it. $20. Whoa, that's cheap. Wow, I got to get a burner. Just for the halibut.